Let's throw Obtainium and Odin Tools on the RP4 Pro and then do some game testing. Stick around. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. This is Retro Fun Tech. So like I said in the beginning, I will walk you through how to install Obtainium and Odin Tools on your Retroid Pocket 4 and 4 Pro. I have the 4 Pro here, but the installation is the same for both devices. Also, later in the video, I will showcase most of the games that everybody commented on my first impressions video and wanted me to test them out. Thank you to everyone who gave me some suggestions. It's really fun commenting and interacting with you guys. So I did a video recently for the Odin 2 about how to install Obtainium and Odin Tools. Now I am reusing some of the footage from that video for the installation. So if I say Odin or Odin 2, just know that I also mean the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. Now, a few disclaimers before we get into Obtainium and Odin Tools. Number 1, yes, Obtainium will let you download and install the Vita 3K app for PS Vita games, but I would not recommend it for the 4 or the 4 Pro. The app still needs a lot of work, and really most of the games are still crashing. I didn't want to make a video showing games just crashing over and over because that isn't super fun. Number 2, when I open up Odin Tools, you will see a notice saying that the app might not work because we aren't using an Odin. It's completely up to you if you want to use this, but I personally haven't had any issues in testing it on my Retroid Pocket 4 Pro, and I haven't heard anyone else at the moment having issues. Alright, with that out of the way, let's check out these two apps. So one of the things that you may start to understand with these Android handhelds is that there's a bit of side loading of apps involved. That's because some of the best apps or emulators out there are not actually in the Google Play Store. So you have to get creative and find them elsewhere. Now knowing this, here is where Obtainium comes in. What is so special about Obtainium, you might ask? This app is awesome because it takes all those side-loaded emulator apps, downloads them for you, keeps them up to date, and also notifies you when there is a new update for one of those apps. Pretty cool, right? Let's install it. Okay, so remember at the beginning of the video where I said you should download YouTube on your Odin 2 and then go to this video? Here's where it comes into play. So we need to go to the Obtainium GitHub page to install the app. Whether you want to do this on your device and make it easy, or throw it on a computer and then move the APK over to your Odin 2, it's up to you. So in the description below, click on the Obtainium GitHub page. Once you are on the GitHub page, scroll down a little and look on the right side for the Releases section. Click Releases, and at the top should be the most recent release. Scroll past the What's Changed info until you find the Assets section. Now you are looking for the ARM64 release APK. I know, don't get scared. The version may change over time, but once you see ARM64, the file you need will end in release.apk. Click on that, and it will install the app. Follow along on the screen if you get any weird warnings. Now once Obtainium is installed, here is where it would be super helpful to be on your device, on YouTube watching this video. So go to the video, and in the links in the description below, click on the link that says Obtainium Magical Update Script. This will take you to another GitHub page. Once you are there, you will see the link for the script. But don't click on that. Move over to the right where it says Raw. And then long press down on that. In the menu that will pop up, scroll down until you see Download Link and select that. Wait for it to download and you are good. Now, go back to Obtainium and open that app. And the reason that I said you want to do this on your device is we are going to set up Obtainium. So you can just simply click on the Import and Export button, then select Obtainium Import. Now it will take you to your files, and you just want to select that JSON file. It will take a moment, and then it will say it imported 7 apps. Click the apps on the bottom left, and you can see what apps it has for you to download. Now here you can download any and all of these on your Odin. If you have already downloaded any of these apps from the Google Play Store, especially Yuzu, you might want to consider uninstalling it and using this version. Obtainium will download the latest release from the Yuzu GitHub, and you don't have to go wandering around to find it. It's simply right here. Along with that, when an app like Yuzu is updated on their GitHub page, you will be notified so that you can download the latest version of it. That's why I clicked on Allow Notifications for this app. So yeah, that is Obtainium. Now before we move on, make sure you download the Odin Tools for the next section and have that open. Odin Tools. Now you don't necessarily have to download Odin Tools from Obtainium. So if you skipped installing Obtainium, simply click the link in the description below, and it's as simple as throwing the APK file on your Odin or sideloading it and then clicking install. So either way that you installed Odin Tools, you should now have it on your device. Now let's check the app out. Here is the warning that I was talking about. Don't worry, it's not going to affect anything. Just hit accept and then you're able to go ahead and use the app. But again, this is completely up to you. In Odin Tools, you have quite a few things that you can customize here. The neat thing is this app helps you customize these and really makes it simple. App overrides. Here you can select an app and change the controller style, your triggers, what performance mode, and fan mode for each emulator. This app simplifies it and it's really nice. Otherwise, for each different emulator app, you would have to go into a bunch of different settings in the emulator and then on the device to get everything set the way that you want it to be. Going back to the main screen of Odin Tools, you can see the rest of the features that it has. Override delay, controller quick settings, button settings, display saturation, and even vibration and haptics. Also, if you go into the notification menu when you pull it down, you can click on the pencil icon and edit your notifications. You can add Odin Tools, the controller style, and the switch for the triggers that says L2, R2. So that's pretty handy because you can always go into your notifications and pull that down while you're in a specific app instead of going back into Odin Tools. So there you go. Odin Tools is a pretty neat little app that I've become a quick fan of. I like when things can be simplified, and I hope that you do too. So for the game testing, I'm only going to show 3 systems: Gamecube, PS2, and Switch. We'll start with Gamecube. All of the settings for the emulator that I am using will be on the screen. Gamecube actually ran really well. Just keep in mind that with Mario Kart Double Dash, you will have to use the OpenGL graphics backend. For whatever reason, Dolphin and Vulkan don't play well together when you're trying to run this game. F-Zero GX is another one that ended up not working so well with Vulkan, so I had to switch it to OpenGL. PS2 actually ran really well for this device, and I was having a ton of fun testing out games. So I ended up testing out a lot of games and just figured I'd throw them in the video. I think you could probably get this and expect to play most PS2 games. So with this game, it ran really well, but there's a lot of weird lines that you can see on the screen. I tried to change in the settings. I went from Vulkan to OpenGL, and it didn't really make any difference. So if you can get over the lines, you might be able to play this game. I'm not sure what setting would fix this. Maybe this is just one of the games that might have some issues. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below if you know. Soul Calibur 2 had a little bit of audio stuttering and a little bit of screen lag that you can see. Once I changed the graphics backend from Vulkan to OpenGL, it seemed to solve it. I also went down to a 2x resolution, and that helped as well. Switch actually ran pretty well from everything that I tested. I only ran into one game that was really having some issues, and you'll see that. Other than that, everything was running really, really well. So don't get this device for Switch emulation at all, but just know that this is kind of a bonus system. You can probably get a lot of the indie games and not some super high-end stuff to play.
Scattered here. That kid finds his trusty shield. The security takes him for a petty thief. Saves his hide. Wingbags start turning up the last call.
Metroid Prime had a little bit of lag, so I ended up changing the resolution to 0.5, and that seemed to work. I was pretty impressed that this game actually runs on this device. So here's the one game that I had major issues with, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I just don't think this game is going to work on the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. At least I couldn't get it to work right now. But keep in mind that Switch emulation is constantly changing and improving, so who knows what the future holds. That's why Obtainium is a neat app, because it will notify you when there is an update version of Yuzu. So that wraps up this video. Let me know if you are using Obtainium or Odin Tools on your Retroid Pocket 4 or 4 Pro. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, and even share this video with someone who needs some retro fun in their life. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome, everyone, and go play some games.